Good evening, everyone. Very, very warm welcome. And this is another day of business analysis Scrum track. We are in week sixth of overall the track, but it is week two of business analysis and another chapter. Uh, we all know that why we are here. The only one intent for all of us to get placed, and the intent behind is that uh, if we want to get placed, why we want to get placed? Because we want to earn. And with this intent, there should be a disciplined work, and the disciplined work must be protected. And for that, we have something which we call it as code of honor that I'm going to quickly share with you. Let me know once you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. So the very first code of honor says that show up live every time and be on time, remain punctual, and remain highly committed. Why? Because Agile demands the continuous meetings, continuous ceremonies. Ceremonies are called as meeting, and that has to be followed over here like this. And so even in training, because training itself becomes a project, we need to follow this so that we are well trained and become habituated to means be on this path. And another saying goes along with this, that is universal law that says that how you do anything is how you do everything. And second one saying that when you start your learning training journey, means your deployment journey, you are going to deputed to client's location, or you are working with IT company, it means you are starting the journey of getting placed along with Guru School by undergoing the training. And when you are undergoing a training, you become a student. But this says that you don't have to be the student, you have to become the full stack student. What does it mean? It means that you are doing all the assignments. Few are said assignment, few are unsaid assignment. You are doing all of them, doing a self research every single time, and repeat whatever you have learned over here. And the third one says that taking the full responsibility after doing point number two, you get is success. And if you don't do, is anti-success, it's failure. But the moment you realize that the failure you are attracting, not getting placed immediately because you did not follow few things, after realizing there are chances you will go back and you can correct them. So this failure does not remain that failure, it remains the, it becomes the trail for the success. So always remember to take the responsibility of both the things. Is quite easy to take the responsibility of success, but not for what you have not done. It requires cool mindset, I mean to say what, the traits of mindset. You must have a learning mindset, positive mindset, and go complain free to take the responsibility completely, so that you can load yourself with the gratitude, because at the end you are going to get placed. And to do so, it requires you to increase your receptivity so that your learning horizon expands. And for that, there is a 30 days challenge comes with one audio which I have shared with you all. And this is something I would request everyone to follow. And in case you don't have this audio track, you can DM me, ask me, and follow that. I'm still following, and in fact, this brings the huge change the moment you start listening to it, and you will be able to experience how does it bring the change in your daily activities every single time. And the second one says that start any learning by following golden quadrant of learning. It says that any learning will start with declaration, with anchor, and then get into deep learning, and then draw whatever you have learned, and then summarize whatever you have learned just within 24 hours. The reason behind this framework is that it retains your memory for longer, sometime in some cases forever. So are you ready for the declaration, everyone?
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you
brother.
so much. Thank
Yes.
you so much. So at the
Yes.
count of three, we are going to clap. Clapping is the anchor, is a self high five, and then repeat what is selected after me. So one, two, three, and clap and say, I'm a quick learner.
I'm a quick
I'm a
learner.
quick learner.
What others can learn and master,
What others can learn and
Others
master,
can
What
learn and
others can
master.
learn and master, I can
I
do
too,
that too.
I
I
too
too
can
can
do
do
that.
that.
I
Yes.
too can do that.
And once again, the anchor, the self clap, 1, 2, 3, and clap, because I'm an awesome learner.
Because I'm an awesome
I'm an
learner.
awesome
Because I'm
learner.
an awesome learner.
Today's learning is going to be
Today's
Today's
learning
Today's
is
learning
going
is
to
today's
going to
be
be
learning going to be
super duper easy to me.
super duper
super
easy to
duper
me.
easy to
super
me.
duper easy to me.
Thank you so much. Yes, it is going to be because it just now said so. And remember, by following this all till here, it's quite easy to start earning money. In case you are already earning, remember to be a giver, because the giver keeps ego away on the path of learning and make you spiritually grounded, means your happiness level goes up. And when you are earning, always have intent of charity. At least start doing the charity giveaway 5% or 10% of your earning. Why? Because once you give away, you grow, and once you receive, you may survive. But my request would be that don't just give away, or don't just do charity to survive, but also do it for charity, or give away to grow, but also do it for inspire others, because the collective, give back will more our own society richer. So that could be the another one. And while you are doing so, remember to appreciate what you do, what others do for you, and even something does not happen to you, continue to appreciate that, because that is preparing you for next good. And another universal law says that what you appreciate appreciates you back. So after this reminder, let me quickly remind you how your days will look like when it comes to Sunday to Saturday. Today is Sunday, and 9:30 p.m. we are doing our technical session. Continue to do summary. That is your assignment, the unsaid assignment. Always, every single time you have to repeat RRP session, because that creates the visibility, that creates the credibility, and increases the chances of marketability. The moment you will miss it, out of sight is out of mind. So always be in touch with entire group of RRP session, and continue to be in the technical session at 9:30 p.m. on Tuesday, and then Wednesday give back the assignment, that is the summary of previous day learning, and then again join Thursday RRP session, and Friday is given to you for your own self research assignment, and repetition whatever you have learned, and prepare more question and answer, so that you be ready for all the interviews, and Saturday can be a breather day for you. Having said so, let's go back and start. What is day today, what is there in the store today for you is this. So we will be learning today about the business analysis models. Okay, any idea, everyone, what do we mean by model? What is business analysis model? What it could be? What comes in your mind? Any loud guesses? You can say anything what comes in your mind. Anyone, you're free to assume right now. Come on. So it is business analysis model, as per you what it should be. Come on. Any
Um,
Yes, Ankit.
Maybe like a series of different types of diagrams or
Awesome.
roadmaps that are
Awesome,
used.
Ankit. Bang on. Yeah, that's you are right. Very well done. Very well guessed. Yes. So it it is a series, it's a collections of diagrams. There would be various diagrams we would be learning in this sessions. So the purpose behind these diagrams are, um, define the processes. Okay, so but processes does not just need to be text in your paper, but you can design them and you can depict them. So when you will depict to design, and when you will define, so that make brings the easiness to your processes. So we will be going to see how we are going to use few of business analysis model tools. So what all the analysis model tools we would be looking at? We would be looking at a few business analysis models. To name a few: activity diagram, mind maps. Have you seen ever mind maps, by the way? Any question, any guesses, any answer? Ankit, Maureen, Pamela, Pratap, Siddharth, have you seen ever?
We use it in our
Mind map.
daily routine.
Your voice is not audible to me. Let me quickly see my audio if there is. Yeah. Yeah, please repeat. What did you say? Hello.
Gaurav, I
Yeah.
was saying that we use it in our daily routine.
Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else?
I've seen them.
You have seen them?
I think certain diagrams that BAs use kind of follow that, the mind mapping, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know which one. I don't know if it's like an activity diagram or anything like that. Would that be similar?
Yeah. So anyone else who has seen the...
We're talking about the flowchart.
No, mind map.
We have seen ER diagrams.
Okay.
Entity
Mind map
relationship
you have
diagram.
not seen yet?
No.
Okay. So can you see all these?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is called mind mapping, right?
Exactly. This is the mind map. All right. So now you know that what is the mind map, right? Yes or yes, sir?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. So this is mind map. So you should not forget this, because every single time when we are meeting here, we are starting with mind map only. So yes, let me go back. We will also look at product roadmap, SWOT analysis, fishbone diagram, process flow diagram, and visual modeling, workflow modeling, ER diagram, WBS, conversion to design, docs, templates, and understanding. Okay, so let's get started. Prerna, are you there? Do you want to start with activity diagram? Or you want me to continue right now?
Gaurav, you can continue on this. I'll join you.
So let's start with activity diagram. Now let me instill one thought in your mind, that when it comes to data modeling or business model diagram, business models, and that is mostly diagrams. And for these diagrams, you can also practice by your own to create in lucid chart diagram, where you can practice it. Let me give you in the chat. Okay, it's lucidchart.com. When you will go over there, you will find that you can create various diagram over there. Have you registered that, everyone? Did you take a note of it? I shared with you in the chat.
Yes.
Thank you. And remember, most of the diagrams are those are the basis of one thing which we have been done since our childhood. Most of us have created few flow charts since our childhood. Okay, I don't know how many of you remember that, but do you know that you have created in the past, ever, even in school or somewhere, the flow chart?
Yes.
Yeah, everyone.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
so
Yes.
flowchart are the basis of any business analysis models. So everywhere there would be a touch of such flowchart, and in that as well, this activity diagram, when we are talking about activity diagram. So let me quickly see how does it look like. So yeah, activity diagram. And here we have been talking about a customer ATM machine and banking transaction. It means customer is going to do some activity in the ATM machine, and how it works with bank system. So that entire activity has been captured in this activity diagram. And in normal flowchart, anything starts with the circle and ends with circle. Even in activity diagram, it start with a black circular dot and end with encircled black circular dot. Okay. The it comes with input, output, and decision diagram, decision, what do you call it, decision boxes. So these diamond boxes, what you see, can you see that my mouse hovering here, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are called the decision boxes. Okay, so and these are depicting the stop button, stop means stop element of this diagram, and this is the start element. Okay, here also this is the stop element. So what? Let me quickly bring my specs. So I need to wear the specs. Yeah. So what do you see? The customer first is standing in front of ATM machine. So he inserts the ATM card. ATM machine validates the ATM card. So once validated, okay, it asks for the PIN, okay, PIN to enter, okay. And if it is invalidated, it is ejecting the card, then customer takes the card away, and here the processes get stopped. With me, everyone, so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And if validation is means in positive manner and asks for the PIN, so now he enters the PIN and it connects with the bank directly for the authorization purpose. Again, there are two decisions. The validation of PIN happens, and in case it is invalidated, again the decision happens to eject the card. Okay, and then customer takes out the card and he goes away. Okay, but in case the PIN is authorized and it is validated, he has to enter what? He has to enter amount. What he has to enter? Everyone?
Amount.
Amount. And the moment it enters the amount, he checks the balance. Okay. So once balance is checked, for that also, decision has to be taken. If the balance is lesser than the amount he entered, uh, it will show the balance, it will eject the card, and then customer has to take the card out and the entire process will get end. But what if the balance is greater than the amount? Then what? Money will start processing out, and the customer will take the money out from the slot, and then it shows the balance and ejects the card and take the card. Further, what may happen in the further process, also at the parallel, the amount taking amount process is going on. At the same time, it will debit the account from the bank itself. Okay, and once the debit happens, this will remain to continue, where it will show the balance, it will eject the card, and the customer take the cards and go away. So this is with the simple input box, output box, and decision box, you can create any activity diagram, and it has to start with the circular big dot and encircled circular black dot to stop it. So is it clear to everyone how we can create a simple activity diagram of any one process, be it taking out some cash from the ATM?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got one question. All the companies use Lucid Chart, or they have their own
No.
proprietary?
Lucid chart is one example for you where you can go and practice this. Like all the company does not use, PowerPoint slide. Okay.
Okay.
For few companies, there are some different software they prefer to use. Some use from the Google, some use from Microsoft, some use from, from IBM. So everyone has got their own preferences. Someone would love to have meeting conference over Google Meet. We prefer to have on Zoom. So likewise, there are competitive or easy to use software. Lucid Chart is one of the example for you.
Got you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Let's move further towards the mind map. So mind map, as I say, the central idea will be always in the center, and around it you can continue to develop the branches, and then further that you can also develop the branches and you can do your detailed thinking. Okay, so there are various mind map tools. Mind map was first initially invented by Tony Buzan. So Tony Buzan was one of the inventor of mind map in early 90 when 1997 or somewhere, I don't remember the exact year, but yeah, it was coined by Tony Buzan. So that is one. Few tools of mind map is X mind, Win mind, Free mind, and lot many other names of tools are there. You can search the free mind map tool, you can utilize them in your daily activity. Very fancy, easy to use, and very the very relaxing tool for your mind. Okay, so you can use it on daily basis as well for any single activity, not only for business analysis thing. Like I do it for designing our code of honor and much more thing. Okay, so few use in their sales as well, even you can do it. Okay, clear with mind map, everyone? Yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, thank you. So now it is interesting. It is product roadmap is another business analysis model, business analysis tool. So what you see on the screen, yeah,
Gaurav,
yes,
can I explain this? I mean, you can take this example, but you can take a water break. I'll just explain them what is
yeah,
product
yeah. I'll
roadmap.
take you continue from here, and in between I will come. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah. So welcome, guys. Today we are learning very interesting concepts which are very real life, useful, and very practical in any industry, in any organization. Okay, all these tools like activity diagram or just now what Gaurav was explaining, these are all used for brainstorming purposes. Now, what is a brainstorming session or purpose in any industry? That simply means when there are multiple people in your team, seniors in the team, and then you come together and you think towards what's the best possible solution. Okay, it can be for any reasons. Basic reasons in any industries are like profit increase, customer base increase, expansion, diversion, anything like that. Just towards the growth of the company or their product. Like for example, uh, for Facebook, okay, for Facebook enhancements, definitely Mark Zuckerberg will be having or would have had or still is having multiple discussion sessions, mind maps and these, brainstorming sessions wherein people come in and give their ideas. Okay, so in corresponding to that similar situation, how the product roadmap helps us is, can anyone tell me what do they understand when we say roadmap, the word? What do you understand when I say this word roadmap?
What is company's roadmap for next 10 years? What they want to achieve from from 2010 to 2020?
Okay, that's a good answer. Thank you so much. But I was asking only about roadmap. It did not be a
It's the
company.
blueprint of the full project.
Blueprint of the full project. Kind of
Or
close, but not
whatever.
exactly.
It's a
Yes.
visual.
Kind of
It's like a
GPS.
visual. Oh.
Oh, who said GPS? Who said GPS?
Pamela.
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 Pamela, this is, see, I actually thought when we say road map, the first thing that would have come as maps or GPS. Okay. So, first of all of you are right. All of your context is absolutely on the right track. But here, when we simply use these words as roadmap means, where are we going ahead on the journey? Okay, like whenever we are visiting to any new relative or any place new, exploring something, we always have GPS on, right? So because we do not know where and how to reach there, so same way having this product roadmap helps us. Now when we say product roadmap, it is specific to that product. Okay, so in any organization per se, we were just talking about Facebook. So they, in how they would have had their product roadmap look like. So first of all, they did all the, or like, whatever you can think of, all the enhancements in the Facebook portal, or I would say application. Then they went ahead and started integrating them with WhatsApp, and then collab with Insta maybe, or other in apps, things like that. So on these grounds, when you are in an IT industry or any particular industry and you want to see where your product is going, how their growth would look like, you have this product roadmap, concept. So, for example, per se, starting with an example of, we are launching, like we as a company, per se, Guru Schools, we're launching a shampoo in the market, okay, in the US, per se, in New York City, for that matter, okay. So, how are we targeting? How are we looking at its growth? Okay, so is it a shampoo for only female or male? We have customization. Are we targeting any particular age group, like teenage or 30s, customer base? What are we focusing on? Anti-dandruff, or hair growth, shine, and all, so these are the basic near future steps. Okay, but how are we looking at the long term? Okay, so long term, we'll try to go to other states in the country. We'll try to have additional conditioner sachet free with the shampoo. So you see all these marketing tactics that come in the future, or you have collab with other product, like if you buy a detergent, you get a sachet of this something free, things like that. Whenever we go to this shopping, grocery shopping, I mean, I'm astonished by the amount of collabs they have, the kind of way they try to push the product to the market. They give free samples, they have surveys. So all these things collectively are a form of product roadmap. Okay, so it's not that today I decide, I'll do this tomorrow, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll just plan things and I see the response. Okay. Like for example, when Facebook collaborated with WhatsApp, they definitely had their time of how things were going, and how that collab was happening, where people comfortable, where people adaptive, I'm pretty sure everybody was kind of taken aback when they saw Facebook, on Facebook, the mark was from Facebook, sorry, on WhatsApp, it was mentioned. I was like, oh, when did this happen? Though there were, some news, and maybe like rumor kind of stuff, but we never know about any particular industry unless they openly, say that in the news or come up with that, in any media. So long story short, this is a very interesting concept, because why? It tells you in the future how your product should or would behave. So that will yield you maximum profits. That will ensure that the product is booming and your company is prospering in all the terms. Maybe on the fame, on the money, on the customer base, ongoing international. So things like that. So it's as simple as that. Today you're sitting here and you're just making a road going ahead towards the growth of your product. Because it's a product roadmap, we are calling it as a product roadmap. Okay, it can be a profit roadmap. It can be anything. It can be anything specific, departmental wise. It can be anything specific product wise. It can be a company's motto. And all these things, always remember, are affected by all the seniors in your company, like your managing directors, your CEOs, the market conditions, the recession, the particular boom of any industry. So it all depends. A lot of research and surveys involved. There's a lot of background work. But then for us, from BA and Scrum point of view, for us, it's important to know that how this product will be entering into the market. How are we planning to advertise and market it? What all kind of project profits we are expecting? See, it's all projection. You understand projection, right? Projection is estimation. We just like try to gauge or gauge how much we would earn. So these are some roadmaps. These are some, I would say, checkpoints that we have. And if the product does well, then we say, yeah, it's going on the right track. If it is not, then we have to come up with more supporting ideas or campaigns and stuff like that. So ensure that we are reaching there. So are you comfortable with the explanation, guys? Any doubts in this?
Prerna, we can say that it's a kind of strategy we are going to follow. Like
Yes.
okay, so in which we visualize the summary, vision, directions, priorities, and progress.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
Okay.
this is product specific. Now, this is so in IT, you know how they do that. Like, for example, Oracle company, if you all have heard, they're in database and heavily into. So they have their many applications. Okay, so
Yeah.
any application that is owned by a company that is full, like for example, Facebook is Mark's product. Okay, it's
Yeah.
like because it's their baby. You can't go
Yeah.
tomorrow and say I own Facebook. So things like that. Any particular TV is that company's. Sony's TVs are Sony's baby. So they, we call it their product, right? No, we always say that is their product, farmer's product, or this
Yeah.
product. So this is that is owned, managed, maintained by them. So tomorrow, by God's grace, if you have your own company, you have your own product, and this can be as simple as if you are a home baker, then your cakes are your product. If you are making those scented soaps at home, then those are your own product. So it need not be always on a global level. It can be on as local and basic homegrown level kind of homegrown vegetables are your product. So what are your plans for those products? So it's as simple as that. See, I have a simple strategy when it comes to learning any new concept is try to understand the concept, but always try to implement that on a very local manner. Okay, if someone
Yeah.
see generally what happens in your masters courses or any professional courses, uh the the level is always on the international or national or on a very high scale. So that's fine for understanding. Sorry, that's fine for knowing the I know overall surveys and numbers. But when it comes
Yeah.
to understand, when it comes to applicability, you should know how that is affecting you as a person or as a society. So we always at Guru Schools intend to ensure that you understand the concept so you can talk in your own terms. Because tomorrow when you are in the in an interview, they ask this question, okay, what do you know about a product roadmap, or how is product roadmap helpful? So if you know the concept, now I'm pretty sure you guys can have a 1-2 minute video on product roadmap and mind mapping and activity diagram. So why they are helpful? It is as simple as that, just creating a strategy for your project in a very detailed manner with projections, with visions, when their action plans involved, right? As simple as that.
Yeah.
When you use these particular words, trust me, the opposite person, the interviewer knows where you're going, they knows what you're talking about, and they just want to understand that you are aware and well versed with the concepts. Nobody expects you to be expert in anything and everything, because they are not either. Nobody is, right? So be free, and I really recommend you to prepare this 1 or 2 minutes videos on these concepts. These are very small but important concepts, and they'll be very helpful if you prepare videos on that. So we can come up with a remix of videos, and we can have our own brainstorming sessions where you're explaining this concept, somebody else is, and we can see how well it is going. What do you guys feel? Yes? Yes?
Yes.
No? Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, because they're very small videos,
Yeah.
guys. I know now there's holiday season is there, and everybody is thinking towards the Christmas preparation and long leaves. I get that, and we will give you those that due break in next month. But right now, just for a couple of weeks, focus on the learning. So so when you go on a break, you're mentally satisfied. Okay, I completed the course, I completed the learning, I'm there. Fine. Yes. Thank you so much. Gaurav, can you just explain this particular example? Yeah. Next slide I'll take then. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay, I thought it is done. It is yet to be covered. Okay, no problem. So what
I
is
just gave the concept. This particular example you can explain. Yeah, sure.
okay? So this example is something related to there are teams. In fact, there is team, and they have to achieve something in 4 quarters. Okay, and it is all about how they are going to implement Salesforce. Salesforce is a tool, so they decide to go ahead with team, all those teammates, distributing the task and when they are going to achieve it. So for quarter 1 and 2, they decided they will continue to integrate in one of the application, that is Salesforce. And in quarter 2, they will parallelly focus with team 2 to develop the organization chart automation. And also in the parallel, team 3 will work on the Quip Live application. This is one another application, and also will work to integrate it with the Google Hangout chat. So these are the, so don't get into, the name of the app could be anything. I could name any app anything, but the core part is that activity is getting into progress. Okay, based on the timeline. Okay, it is defining the timeline, who will be involved in this timeline. Then they further agree, for the team number 4, they will be focused on working in quarter 2 on the import of draw.io. That is another tool of Google. Okay, and also in parallel, team 4 will start the work of KMS, which is also known as key management system. Okay, and in quarter 3, who is going to be more active? Team 3 will work on advanced admin control, and also will continue to support with team 4 on KMS. And Q4 will be dedicated towards the Lucidchart developer APIs. So APIs are also helpful for bringing the data in when searched. Okay, and the another team 5 will be focusing for continuous quarter 3 and quarter 4 on tablet annotations and drawing. So in this roadmap, we have tried indicating there is a large application, and its small tasks are distributed amongst the team, and amongst the various timeline, and this is how it will continue to progress and end it. Any questions so far here? Everyone? Yes or no? Any question? So product roadmap is simple timeline, how it can be distributed amongst the team. That effort has come in this diagram to showcase you. So if no question, can we proceed further, everyone? Okay to proceed further?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So let's move to SWOT analysis. Yes, Prerna, do you want me to continue, or you want to take it?
No, I'll continue. Thank you so much. Thank you for the explanation. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you all must have heard at least this word once in your life, because I remember early, 20, 25 or 30 odd years back, this was the thing, in the market, or whenever you are during your final exams or final years, maybe your boards and your state exams, so how we have other intelligent tests now, that time aptitude test and SWOT analysis. I remember because I remember my senior cousins and all, taking this aptitude test for your future career, deciding, thing and stuff. So I really like this concept because it's very easy, it's very doable, and it's quite helpful. Trust me on that. Personally, whenever we feel like we want to evaluate where are we going in life, this is very useful. So SWOT basically stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat. Okay, so one second. Okay, so generally, this concept is widely used for personal growth, but in industry, it is as well as used for any particular, I would say, motive or objective. Like, for example, if we can definitely continue the earlier example that we were, discussing. So if you want to know how well your product is doing or how well your company is doing, you know, as per the motto or agenda that you have to come and do this exercise. Okay, so how this exercise works is very simple. You can take a piece of paper and just draw like these four boxes, or just kind of divide that page in four parts, and you can write this: strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats, and simply start jotting down what you feel comes under these headings. Like for example, for any particular company, maybe say for, we will try to take the example of Facebook, because everybody knows that. Okay, now, so Facebook, the strength is Facebook already has a very established user base. Facebook is already very popular, right? Please try to add points here. Okay, so Facebook is already used by millions, maybe, I'm not sure, but yeah, maybe billions, because even India people heavily use it, so that is these are the strength of the Facebook, right? As a product, as a company, or as a application. So what are the weaknesses? The weaknesses is like Facebook has become so overcrowded. There are so many fake profiles, many a times some of the functionalities might not work. There are scammers on Facebook. There is so I mean, there are many people who do not use, or they are just idle profiles, or people just keep making duplicate profiles. So all that junk and excessive useless data, Facebook team has to manage. That's a weakness. They are not able to handle that. Opportunities is like, they have done already, they have collaborated with WhatsApp, and with also with Insta. So in future also they can collab with maybe some news agencies or some other media agency and whatnot, and maybe Warner Brothers, or Universal Studios. We don't know. So they have ample of opportunities because they already have things established with them. They have their users, dedicated users, who spend number of hours daily on Facebook. They keep up coming with the activities, like polls and interesting videos and whatnot. Facebook Live is a very good example of getting people glued to their applications. So, right? And the threats are, the amount of hacking that keeps happening, data piracy, or people kind of hacking and misusing others account, and invasion of privacy. Privacy is a very big thing nowadays, and that it should be rather. So yeah, people put their in personal info, and that is just being used by other people or accessible by others in not so productive and positive way. So how to avoid that? How to ensure there is a check on how things have been utilized or viewed. So they come up with a protected profile, or lock on the photos, or lock on the profile, and things like that. Okay, so this exercise is very much useful for a student, for people like us, for a professional, for a company. So even as a person, you can always work on this exercise and mention, like, what are your strengths? Okay, you might be excellent in public speaking, or you might be an extrovert. So you might be amazing in analysis, you might be amazing in observation, you might be very good in research. So that can be your strength. Your weaknesses, you might not be a people's person, or you might not be confident about presentation, or you might have to work on your Excel, or maybe your other research skills. That can be your weakness. Opportunities is like, you're a very consistent and continuous learner, you are very dedicated, so things like that. So, and then threats would be, you're not putting in hard work, you're not consistent. So try to map that to your real life, as the example of Facebook. Just similar way, the example of your day-to-day life, like for preparing a 2-minute video, what are your strengths and weaknesses and threats, how are you doing it, how are you not going ahead, how are you going ahead with that. So yes, so this is a very easy but very powerful concept, one of my personal favorites. So yes, any doubts in this, guys? Yes, no? please feel free to talk, share your ideas. You have any doubts?
No.
So
No,
Prerna,
Evie?
the
Yeah.
BA use this thing in their in their domain. Like if someone's domain is insurance, then
It's a
how they use it?
concept. It's a concept which is
Concept.
very useful when we have the brainstorming sessions, like,
Okay.
and trust me, we do have a lot of discussions during our industry, or meetings with
Um,
stakeholders, or your internal
yeah,
meetings. So it's
and
just a
that should be
concept.
about the
It's
that
not
should be
hard and
about the.
fast.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's not hard and fast that you have to use it, but it's definitely a good to know thing, right?
Yeah, and that is about the product. Yeah, it means
It
it's
is
a
about the
brainstorming
product, but it
session
is
about.
also, you can be used for your own personal growth. That's what I was trying
Yeah,
to
that I
explain.
agree. But I'm just thinking from the perspective of the BA that in brainstorming, then if we are working on some product, just like my
Mhm.
domain
Or you
insurance.
can be working on a project also. Product is a big example which we give, but
Mhm.
in basic companies, it can be a SWOT analysis of a particular sprint also, right? Like
Yeah.
last sprint we couldn't deliver everything, or what we did was research was best, we gave the best of functionality, but timing was not so good. So it is applicable to it's actually universal. SWOT analysis is universal.
Yeah.
So you
Mhm.
can just mold it as per your situation and work on it, right? Thank
Mhm.
you for asking,
Yeah.
Poonam. Yes, I think
Yes,
everybody is comfortable.
was
Yeah,
also about to ask same thing, Prerna, that at what stage this analysis can be used. So we can use it at any stage, as you told to
any
Poonam.
stage, any stage. Start if you start at the beginning, that will be very helpful. But then, as I said, when we even do the advertising and marketing and whatnot, this concept is being used. Because see,
Oh,
it's always good to know what is there with you, like what are you good at, what do you want to improve upon. And it's an ever evolving concept, it's ever evolving analysis. You maybe 5 years back you were lacking in public speaking and presentation, but you worked on it, and today, as a person, I'm saying, today you are
yeah.
very good in that, so you want to go ahead with that. Okay,
So
maybe
kind of
tomorrow
introspective, kind of introspective at any stage we can check on these things and then improve
absolutely
on for next step.
perfect,
Okay.
very rightly mentioned. Thank you so much. Yeah, very
Okay.
well said. Yeah, yeah, Gaurav, I think we can go to the next slide. Yes. Now, this is also one of my personal favorites, because for the obvious reason, it looks like a fish, and I'm a fish lover, as in eating wise and looking wise both. so, so this is a very what I would say, interesting diagram. Okay, first of all, it's called as fishbone diagram for obvious reason, because it looks like a bone of a fish. If you can see the shape, but then how does it help us? It helps us to reach to a problem's solution from different angles. Okay, now here, can someone can like six people read out the six tabs what I mentioned here in the blue? Yes, no,
Environment,
no.
Environment,
Perfect. Then next.
People,
people,
Okay, environment, people.
equipment,
equipment,
Equipment.
Great. Next.
Management.
Management,
Okay. Keep going, keep going.
Materials.
materials, process.
Process.
Materials and process. And the main important two clouds are cause and root. Okay. So this also is called as root cause analysis as well, because see, you have a problem and you're trying to find the cause, or how did it occur. Why we do this? Because in industry, root cause analysis is called as RCA for short form, is very important. It helps you to understand why this problem occurred and how to resolve that problem. Okay, first of all. So here, if I have to give you an example of a per se, let's get into something more interesting. Maybe a branded purse, a women's purse. Now all the ladies would have imagination of their purses, and the guys would imagine the kind of money their spouses or they spend on buying those. So yeah, imagine you're a manufacturer of a branded purse, say Michael Kors or High Design or anything, any brand that you like, and uh, and there is a batch of defective purse. Maybe the belts are not fine, the zip is not working, and things like that. Then as a branch manager or as a head of the department, you try to understand what is the issue. There is a problem, right? Now you want to understand why this problem is occurring. So now this problem can be contributed by majorly, there can be many more, but majorly these factors, which are environment, people, equipment, management, materials, and process. Okay. So to give you elaboration of this example, first of all, environment means the kind of per se, if that's a imported material bag and all. So from where we bought that kind of raw material, if I have to mention, or from where we procured that, it is not of good quality, or where it was stored in a go down or in a warehouse, that did not do well, that affected or damaged the product or the raw material, that can be an issue. People is a very important factor in every industry. So when I say people means the decisions were not taken on time. That's why the material was not yeah, so people are like, because they did not move the material from the warehouse to the factory, that the delay occurred. See, there are things like as per the planning, you have to travel or take the raw material to the factory, and then that they'll be worked upon. So all these things are part and parcel of a project plan, which did not happen as per plan, or there was a delay. Or the next would be equipment. Okay, the machinery that was used to produce or to manufacture the, I would say, purses was defective, or maybe old, or it was not functioning properly. So try to understand, here we are thinking from all the aspects. Okay, so now we've done with environment, people, and equipment. Then comes to management, materials, and process. Okay, let us start with process. Process means, okay, we got the material, we got it in the factory, but the way it has to worked upon, it did not work properly. Like, maybe that material was to be cleaned, and whatever, stitched first, and it did not happen properly. Why? Because the material was not as per the mark, it was not of good quality, or it did not check the quality checks, it did not pass the quality checks. And ultimately, why all this happens? Because the management that was working on, or the seniors authorities that were giving approvals for this overall process, they were not effective, they were not, I would say, efficient. They did not uh, check the starting with the raw material, the overall plan, and they were not so keen or involved in the project. So here you must have feel I'm just talking about all negative and all problematic situation, but yes, this is what we are supposed to do. We have an issue, and we have to find out what contributed this entire situation to occur, right? So this is a simple example of purse I gave, because you can visualize. So there might be that the zips are not working because they're of not good quality, or they have not been stitched properly by people who are working on, or the machinery, that is equipment, that is being used for to stitch that zip into that purse, was not working properly. So you see, there are so many permutations and combinations, there can be so many ways how you can find out how to better, or how to fix the issue. But to fix the issue, first of all, we know what caused it. If we know what is the cause of the issue, then we can go ahead and fix and work on that. So you get the understanding why this fishbone analysis or a root cause analysis is important, because it gives you certain parameters. Okay, check with the management, or what is the process there, or check with the equipment, check with the raw material, check with the people involved. So this gives you, and then it is not restricted only to this. These are the major high level points. Even if you can see Management also has sub causes. So management can be senior management was not available to approve on time. That's why the delay happened. Materials maybe the regular vendor was not available, so we bought from another alternative vendor. Who gave us the bad quality or less quality product. So you see, this is how you have to keep getting into the investigation mode and understand about the problem and understand the causes of why this problem occur. Interesting, confused, what are you feeling? Good, learned? Yes, yes. I want people to talk, guys. I can hear only a couple of people. Yes, I love to hear your voices, so please,
No,
what do
pretty
you feel
understandable.
about? Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, Siddharth. Thank you,
Yeah.
Siddharth. Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah, any doubts, please feel free. Yes, Pratap, Ankit, Maureen. I don't like to take names. I'm just checking with you guys. Or others too, like Rolly, Priyanka, Poonam.
Prerna,
Yeah, no
Yeah,
questions.
Pamela. Yeah,
From my own understanding,
Prerna,
I see
yeah.
sorry, from my own understanding, I see this fishbone diagram is one of the business analysis model. So with these
Mhm.
with these things you listed up, like the environment and people management, that one you
Mhm.
need to you this fishbone diagram, it helps you to see the problem, where the problem is actually
Mhm.
coming from, and also the root. Or like say for instance,
Yes.
for management, you need to understand the bureaucracy or the reason why you're having issue. Like management, it could be that maybe like one of the example you said, maybe one of the maybe like the senior management is not available to take a decision, or when it comes to
Perfect.
material. So when it comes to materials, it could be maybe the materials needed is not available ready or is not completed. So it could actually delay the stages of production, and it could actually be one of the source of problem that is also
Right.
affecting it. Yeah, that's what I
Very
understand.
well put. Very well put. Yes, absolutely. That is what we're trying to do. We're trying to understand what was the issue, how it can have occurred. And see, whenever you understand what the problem is, then you can work on the solution. It is as simple as that, right?
Okay.
So first of all, you have to understand what the problem is, and then you work on that, how to resolve it. So that is why we have this process. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and I really like the way you explain. It's very to the point and very helpful. Well done. Yeah. Anybody else, guys?
I have a question. So
Mm-hmm.
this fishbone drive diagram or SWOT analysis, product roadmap, everything, it is just like they don't do all the things at the same time, is it? Or they do this all the things like one after the other?
As in, okay, analysis point of view. Absolutely. See, this is see, it's like we are giving you so many options. It's your take how you want to go ahead with that. So
Okay, so
it's like you
different
have these,
diff
yeah, you have these many available options for your analysis. It's up to you how you want to go ahead with that. You get my point? So you can
yeah,
do SWOT analysis.
I mean,
See, depending on your needs. Like for example, if you want to capture a market, if you want to go ahead and increase your customer base, then you might do a SWOT analysis, like how can we do well and how can we achieve more profit and more customer. But if there is an issue, like for example you launch something and it failed, then you want to understand, okay, why my product didn't do well, or why there is a defect, or why there is a customer backlash, then you do root cause analysis. The purpose of there is little different. So it's as per your requirement, it's as per your need, you can use them. Okay.
But it's like
yeah, no.
brainstorming, right? Um,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
See,
Sorry for
you would
interrupting,
have
Prerna.
your idea.
Santosh
Mhm.
is messaging. She wants to in. So please allow her to join this meeting.
Santoshi, I cannot see anybody trying to join. Gaurav, if you could
Santosh.
see her. please add her because I can't see anyone trying to join.
Because he's messaging that please allow me to join this meeting. Please ask Gaurav. Like that, he's messaging.
No, I can't see. I can't admit her.
Okay, I will message him.
Yeah, tell her to try again. So because we need to see her if she's trying to add, then we can add. But here I cannot see. I think even Gaurav cannot see. Yeah, just tell her to do it again, please. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, if we don't have any other doubts, we can move ahead. Yeah, Gaurav. Yeah, Santosh is connecting if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Yeah, Gaurav, so you'll be taking this one? You're
Gaurav
on
said
mute.
no.
No, he's on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So yeah, if your answer you are answered earlier, and make it more easy, if you were thinking that what all the diagrams we are looking at, we need to follow each and everything. No, that's not the case. These are the available buffet. Whatever you feel like using it, use it. If you don't feel like using it, you have some another option, you can use them. You feel like having XYZ in desert and ABC in desert, you have option, you can use it. Ultimately, purpose has to be fulfilled. Do you get that, everyone? Is it clear now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
let's move further. Okay, so another one is process flow diagram. As I said earlier, the basis of all the diagram was the flow chart, and this has been also inspired by the process flow diagram. Okay, so what you see here is yeah. So this has something to do with sales and customers and management. Okay. And it is about the approaching into the credit department. So what exactly happens, what you see here are there are some decision boxes, some input boxes, and these are called as processes boxes. What these are called as? What these
Process boxes.
exactly, these are called as process boxes. That's true. That's true. So start point is always like this. What do you can call it as the circular boxes. It's not exactly the circle, but it is square circle and or rectangular circle, and they're with the same diagram, it gets closed as well. So it all starts with a sales call and ends when sale is approved. Okay. So what exactly happens? Customer first buys a product. Okay. And then its credit form is generated. That is the part of process. And its entry is done by the salesperson in the sales call itself. And once it happens, the form is generated. Okay. Then form goes to management for the approval, and uh, parallelly the credit criteria is already defined. Okay, and based on those credit criteria, the credit check happens by the credit department, and if it is approved, okay, it found it is approved, or it is high in balance. Based on that, it checks the account whether it is what is the receivable balance. If even it is found that it is okay to and under the credit, then it calculates the credit card, calculate the credit terms, and then issue the report of credit. Okay, and then this term is approved and the sale is called as approved sales. Okay, but if the credit itself is a bad or high balance credit is there, then it goes back to the credit check until the balance is appropriate or not, and in case it lands back into the bad credit, then sales is not approved. So this has been tried to be simplified, that how based on the sales call, a sale has to be approved, and how there are few processes has to be involved, which requires a decision to be made based on the checks. With me, everyone? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Yes.
So this is called as, we tried to consider in the process flow diagram about the how a business flow will generally look like when it comes to sales generation, sales order confirmation, and sales is getting approved based on what all the parameter it has to be. So this example has been taken just for from a local store. Okay, so this is a simple process we need to follow when it comes to process flow diagram, where two input boxes, one decision box, process box, and a process box, and start and end buttons would be there. Okay, so this is all about process flow diagram. Any questions so far? Okay, I'll take it as no. If there is no question, let's move further. Let me know in case at any point of time, if you feel like if you have a question. Let me quickly reshare my screen, guys. Okay, we are getting into business analysis models further as a tool. Okay, so there are few upcoming tools which we are going to look at is the visual modeling, workflow diagram, ER diagram, WBS structure, conversion to design, docs and templates, and understanding. Let me quickly bring the template for you so that can
No, we don't see the screen.
Yeah, I know that I'm not
Okay.
sharing the screen. So that's the reason I'm just simply telling you what is coming, what you are going to see on the screen.
Gotcha.
The wire. Just a second. It's loading. Okay, so something interesting is coming. So we were discussing business analyst model, and in this model, let's understand visual modeling first. So visual modeling is a graphic representation of objects and system. With models, we can focus on subsets of information and identity patterns in our requirement, idea, and business process. Example, you have just now seen the process flow diagram, business diagram, ER diagram. We are going to look at it, and we are going to look at UI wireframe prototype. So let's start with workflow diagram. Okay, workflow diagram. So what you see here is workflow diagram, and this is also called as a defect life cycle. What it is called as?
Defect life cycle.
Yeah, it means what? If someone looks at the error in the system, error means defect. Defect means something which is not matching with the requirement will be always as referred as a defect. Whether it is working fine or not, it doesn't important. If it is not supposed to work that way, if it is working that way, it is, say for example, if I am clicking on a button which has mentioned that red, and clicking on that, it is supposed to give me yellow signal, but it is still showing me some shades of the red, and won't be accepted. In your mind it would be, hey, the click functionality is working, but the output is not what it is giving. Okay, are you with me so far, everyone? Understood what I said?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Just like when you type the message, if there is a red line and it means there is something wrong with the spelling.
Yeah, that could
We
be
are testing.
also, that is
Yeah.
also one error. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it means say that, say for example, like I clicked, say for example, what I'm going to do is that the idea behind these, what you see on the screen, can you
Mhm.
see my mouse where it is dancing? Yeah, on the screen. Can you see the mouse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So when I'll click here, it is supposed to show this in the
Mhm.
slideshow mode. Okay, it is
Okay.
showing that. What
Mhm.
if when I'm clicking here and it is
Mhm.
showing in this mode, you are still able to see that, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
So there are most of the time is that you will ignore that. Okay, that it is
Mhm.
visible means it is working. If I click
Mhm.
that, if I'll click this, and if it
Mhm.
is showing like a book, you will
Mhm.
ignore that you will say that okay, it is visible, let's continue, but it is not supposed to show in this manner. Okay, clicking
Okay.
on this will always supposed to show in this manner. Okay,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
so in that case it could become the defect which requires to be reported. Hey, it is not showing the way it is supposed to show. Okay,
Got it. Mhm.
so anything. So one example that you gave, that is another example of error. Okay,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
we are going to understand in the workflow diagram about the defect life cycle. Okay, so how defect will flow in the system if suppose one is testing a software and
Mhm.
they find something is not working the way it is supposed to work. Then we have some input boxes, okay, and decision boxes. And based on these input and decision boxes, the entire flow will continue. So, say for example, tester is finding a defect, and the
Mhm.
moment he finds a defect, he marks its status as a new. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Then development project manager will analyze the defect, whether it is a defect or not. Based on
Mhm.
what basis he will analyze? He will bring three checks. First, whether it is a valid defect. Second, is it in a scope? Customer asks us to check such things, or is it already reported by someone?
Got
If
it.
the answer of all this will be no, then either
Mhm.
it will be rejected, deferred, or duplicated. With me,
Mhm.
everyone?
Yeah.
Everyone?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
So,
thank you.
Gaurav, this is the standard of the workflow diagram. Yeah. What we are.
Yeah, this is standard of workflow diagram, and
Okay.
this is
Got it.
how a status has to be.
Got it.
Defect status has to be, and the
Yes.
answer of every check is yes. Then
Mhm.
the development manager will change the status and
Mhm.
assign it to developer, who will mark
Mhm.
the status in progress. Okay,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
from new it will become the assigned. Okay, when development manager, when assigned to someone, it will become the assigned, and
Mhm.
developer, when he will start or she will start working upon it, then
Mhm.
he or she will mark it in the in progress. And the moment it will get fixed, the developer will mark it fixed. Okay, now it's tester responsibility to check again whether it has been really fixed or not. If it is fixed, it will be simply marked as status closed. And
Got
if
it.
it is
Mhm.
not, then he will or she will reopen this, and it will go back to developer, where it will be marked as assigned. Clear with everyone?
Mhm.
So there are few statuses of a defect. So first, it will any defect will go under new, then it will go to assign, then it will be in progress by developer, then it can be fixed. Okay, and then it will be either closed or reopened. With me, everyone so far?
Yes.
Yeah. And in case it does not meet the criteria, then it can be rejected or deferred or status. This has been normal workflow diagram tried to
Mhm.
be catered under some boxes. These are input boxes and the decision boxes. Any question over here?
Gaurav, what is deferred?
Deferred means we will consider it later.
Okay.
Okay, in the next release, in the next sprint, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So can we move further, everyone?
So I feel, Gaurav, this is the really important workflow diagram for BA. Yeah.
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 Workflow
In the daily
diagram.
routine. Yeah.
Yeah. So we could have taken some another example, but here
Mhm.
we are achieving two things. One,
Mhm.
we are also telling you the defect life cycle, but
Mhm.
also we are giving you workflow diagram. We could have taken something else, but the intent behind this slide was that let's achieve two things at once. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that you understand the workflow diagram, also
Mhm.
you will have the understanding of defect life cycle.
Got it.
All right, everyone. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Let's move further. This is another example of ER diagram. It's an entity relationship diagram. So entity relationship diagram is just like a bookshelf. Okay. Do you understand bookshelf, everyone?
Yeah.
Say yes if you do. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Everyone.
Yes.
So bookshelf is one thing for you to understand, so that you can also understand shelf of clothes, almirah. Okay. So now you have understood almirah and shelf of clothes. Let's take a bigger example of a garment store. Okay. So now in garment store, imagine you enter a garment store and you approach where you approach to the counter. Okay, sales counter, in fact the billing counter. So say for example sales counter and billing counter is the same, and there someone salesperson asks you, how may I help you? Then you will specify, I need a t-shirt of triple XL size in a premium blue color or premium purple color. Okay, and it should be half sleeves with v-neck. Just for example, you gave so much of data. Okay, are you with me, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
You asked
Yes.
what? You raised a query to him. Do you have a t-shirt of double XL size in the color premium purple color? Okay, and that to half sleeve, and that to you know in the v-neck. Then what his duty is that he will check on the size. Okay, he has availability or not. Okay, then size will have various ID codes, and he will sort it in his software. Then it will see the product name, t-shirt, product ID, and any other data which you have mentioned. Then it will also check the category. If product is the top or bottom, just for example, then it will say, see, it is shirt, t-shirt, and various other items. Then it checks on the color under the product itself, based on the color ID. If it sees that it matches, and the category will have some matches, everything meets the criteria, and then it will say that, okay, take a right turn and go straight, and there is the XYZ shelf, and there on the third number, this is the this color of, or this is the exact thing what you were looking for, can be achieved. And he sends some sales representative to help you to or to assist you, and he picks the exact thing what you were looking for and gives you, ask you, if you want, you can check it, you can try it, and you can confirm that you really want it. Okay. And if you agree with this, he takes your name, address, and contacts, and he generates an order for you, punching the order date and total amount. But first, when you ask the question, did not you mention all the things what is mentioned over here? The size of the apparel, that was double XL. Product name, you said that I need a t-shirt, and then you said that I need product in color, which is in a um, premium purple. Then you talked about the category. You always talk that it has to be v-neck, t-shirt, half sleeves. So all the details you give, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, the way you are telling, the same way you can write. Okay? So the way you told, the way you can write. But while writing, it can be different. Now, you are a user and you want these many things from a table. Table means it contains of rows and columns. So if you are in a bookstore or you are in a garment store, everything is kept in shelf. It is in rows and column. Do you agree with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It is
Yes.
kept in rows and column. When you demand at the counter, then he's asking some question. What do you want? What do you want? So when you are, he is asking some question. He is writing the some language in his system. So what he the moment says that I need a T-shirt. So he says that select T-shirt from the clothes. Okay. Select a T-shirt from the cloth where the color is premium purple. Okay. Where the color is premium purple and size is double XL. Okay. And also the neck style is V-neck. He simple wrote one thing, select a T-shirt where the color is premium purple, size is double XL, and the style is V-neck, right? Can you write such kind of sentence, all of you? Can you structure such sentence, what just now was said? When asked to write such sentences, I'm just asking yes and no from you. The way the storekeeper wrote that select a T-shirt from the clothes where the size is double XL and the color is purple, premium purple, and the style is V-neck. Can you, if asked to write such sentences, can you write such sentences?
Yes. Yes.
Every one of you, do you think can you write such sentences? Can you structure
Yes.
such sentence?
Yes.
So these sentences are the query, right?
Yeah, this is
You
a
are,
query.
these are the query you
SQL.
are putting into your system so that you will find the outcome, that where it is actually kept located. Yeah, with me everyone.
Yeah. Gaurav, there is a
Yes.
software which all the stores are using. They just tap in there like.
Just a second.
Yeah.
We'll come to your question. So everyone, can you write this question, such kind of statement? You can structure such statement. So writing such statement is also called as structure query language. What it is called as?
Structure query.
Okay. So if it is as simple as that, why can't we learn it in detail and can learn how to collect two operations together? When I am putting and, I am also searching for the size and I am also searching for the color, right? By putting and. So thereby there are more tricks that if I need to just check between size or color, I can put or. Yes?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So in a similar manner, we need to explore what all the possibilities are there. And to know all those possibilities, there is something which we call it, Prerna generally explain and mentions about w3school.org, where you can learn the SQL in detail, as simple as that, as just now explained to you. So what I said, it can be written, but in the background, it happens in the same way, but in the front end, it happens through a click. Okay, some buttons is clicked on the front, but in the background, such kind of query is generated. Okay, and thereby the location is identified. With me, everyone, so far?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now let's come back to the question someone was asking. Someone was asking to confirm something.
No, Gaurav. Actually, I was saying, yeah, there is a kind of software these stores are using. Just like I'm going to the Old Navy and I'm saying, oh, I want this. just they click on their like system and they said, oh, this is in the stock, this is not in the
Yes,
stock, this is in that aisles. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
How do they do that? They use the software, and the
Yeah.
software runs such kind of a query in the background and
Mhm.
pulls the availability. Okay, pulls
Yeah.
the availability, whether it is there in the stock or out
Yeah.
of the stock, every
Yeah.
single thing. So that
The
happens through database.
yeah, the only thing I was trying to just trying to like combine myself how the BA do if the BA domain is healthcare or the telecom. So can you give any example like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So in healthcare industry, what do you do? It comes with the product as well, healthcare industry,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So say for example, let's refer the recent example of COVID doses. Okay. So in COVID doses, now the oral pills are coming, but before
Mm-hmm.
that it was injections. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So injections, say for example, it could be, I don't know what is famous over there in USA right now, or say
Mm-hmm.
for example, one company and is Pfizer. So Pfizer
Mm-hmm.
comes with its own product, and
Mm-hmm.
its name is something XYZ. And
Mm-hmm.
now you are a medical shop or at pharmacy store where
Mm-hmm.
you go ahead and you ask, I need these injection. Here is the
Mm-hmm.
prescription. He checks into the
Mm-hmm.
store whether it is available or not, and he tells you it's available, it's not available, or something like that. Now
Yeah.
this example became with the pharma company. Now where
Mm-hmm.
it is created in the lab, so in lab
Mm-hmm.
there are some ingredients are required. So whether the availability of ingredients are there or not, even that can be checked. Okay, but you
Mm-hmm.
can't ask a person to rush to the store and bring one raw ingredient, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it can be just accessed through the system and can be checked what all the raw ingredients are there or not, and thereby you can order it and you can bring it into the lab and can create the exact the medicine which is required by that particular lab of the company. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
clear to you for this
Yeah. So
healthcare?
I'm just trying to understand, Gaurav, that yeah, I'm the BA in like in an IT company who is developing this software related to pharma, telecom, or healthcare. Yeah, right. And which is giving access to all these things you're telling that Moderna or Pfizer is available or not, and at
Yeah,
which
just
location.
give me a second. Give me a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for that. Yeah. Can you continue, please? Where you were?
Yeah. So, Gaurav, I was trying to just understand that. Suppose I will start working with one as an IT in one company, and my domain is if like healthcare, just we are discussing about healthcare thing or pharma or whatever. So so where I'm working, that a stakeholder is asking for like all these things, and then we are developing that software. So I'm taking all the requirements of the stakeholder, and then our team is working on that. Yeah.
Right.
You giving the example how it is in the market. Yeah. Okay. That I was trying to understand. Yeah.
To more it simplify with your question, if you're thinking I'm
Mm-hmm.
BA and these
Mm-hmm.
activity I'm not supposed to do because I need not to open the
Yes.
SQL and I should be doing that. See,
Yes. So
you
where
are
I
not
am.
supposed to do. Okay, you are not supposed to
Yes.
do as a BA,
Yes.
but it is okay always to know that. And people who are
Yeah. That I totally agree. No,
yeah.
I was just trying to understand where I am here. So that was the thing.
Okay, so let me
Yeah.
quickly give you some additional information so that you
Mm-hmm.
all, as the future BA, should know. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
one additional information is that in reality, you should not know the SQL. Okay, because
Yeah.
tester, developers, they are expert on that. However, today companies are demanding the versatile people. So you should be a Scrum Master who had worked in the past as a BA and also has the good to have the SQL language known to them. Okay, why? Because sometime to identify things has been checked properly or not, you need to approve them. To approve
Yes.
them, you yourself go ahead and sometimes perform some checks. And to perform some checks, you should be knowing this, okay, so that you can approve the earlier person who had checked it well or not. Okay, so that's the reason few things should be known to you.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with that, Gaurav. Yeah.
Okay, everyone
Yeah.
with me so far?
Yes.
And this is how easy SQL is. You can learn it and master it in an easy way. So this was the example of entity relationship diagram is created like this, but I took it further and talked how structured query language can be written also. Okay. So having said so, let
1
me
minute.
quick.
Excuse me. You made mention of we can go to a particular site. Is it W3 where we can learn the
Yeah, Prerna,
SQL?
can you please confirm the name of the you there, Prerna? Can you confirm the name?
It's w3school.com.
.org.
No, .org.
Prerna, what is that?
W3.org.
Prerna,
Huh?
can you speak on and unmute yourself and speak? I think Prerna is on mute. But that's okay. It's w3school.org.
Nowadays, I'm learning on w3school.com.
.com. Okay. So you can check on this, Maureen. It's w3school.com or .org. Yeah.
Yes,
but
yeah.
the thing is that there
Prerna
you
told
can.
that org, but I don't know. I didn't find that.
Okay, so if not .org now, it might be on .com. Yeah, Prerna, I wanted you to confirm what generally you refer. Yeah, Prerna.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now you are unmuted. We can hear.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I just had some mute for some time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So can you confirm, Prerna? Prerna,
Sorry, go. Yeah, Gaurav, I
what we
couldn't
were
hear you for some time.
asking that what generally you refer everyone to go to is w3school.org for SQL.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
See,
Is
see,
.org or
first
.com? That's the confusion everyone has asking.
.com, w3schools.com.
Okay,
.com.
cool.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay,
Yeah.
Santosh,
By the
because
way,
you.
I just wanted to add on this note, Gaurav. It is absolutely an additional thing. Do not have this background that I must know, I
No,
should
that I
know.
told them. So I
Yeah,
think you
great,
missed that.
great.
No
Yeah,
problem. Yeah. So Santosh, because you just now joined, and I don't know, Ms. how much you could take it, but yes, whatever you learn, what do you feel like saying, Santosh?
No,
Yeah,
I just started yesterday SQL on w3school.com. So that's why I know the website.
Okay, so we have come to the end. So whatever you learned so far in last few
So
minutes.
I joined on the diagram you were telling about the tester, and then tester will do his job, and then developer will do his job. So I like that diagram, and it little bit easy. But before that, I don't know about the today's session.
So for that, you will have to go through the entire session in the recording, right, Santosh? Yeah, thank you so much that you found it easy, Santosh. Please call out someone's name on the screen you see.
Ankit.
Ankit, yes, so what do you feel like saying?
Yes. Yeah, no, it was it's a very informative class. Obviously, we went through a great number of diagrams, and I'm actually looking forward to trying out this. I think it's lucidchart.com. I know there are a bunch of others to create diagrams and to try and just get familiarized with all of that. And I think I'll definitely have to go back to the video to really to understand all of the diagrams that we discussed today: fishbone, process flow, workflow diagram, and the business domain model or ER diagram. Just to be able to absorb all of this information. But overall, it was a great class.
Super, Ankit. Please call out someone's name on the screen you see.
Rolly.
Rolly, yes. What do you feel like saying, Rolly?
Thank you, Gaurav and Prerna. Today's session is very informative because we have learned so many diagrams. and that is very helpful for database and for our project estimation and other related things to the project. So yes, it's very informative and very good session. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Rolly, call out someone's name on the screen, please.
Priyanka.
Priyanka. Yes, ma'am. What do you feel like saying?
Yeah, thank you, Roli. Yes, definitely. I also agree with Roli. This was very informative session, Gaurav. I mean, a lot of diagrams and models which you explained to us. So it was really good to know them. Now I also will go back to the session and rewatch it 2, 3 times so that I can gain more understanding on these. They were
Awesome.
really well explained.
Thank you, Priyanka. Priyanka, call out someone's name on the screen.
Siddharth.
Siddharth. Yes, sir. What do you feel like saying?
Thank you, guys. Gaurav and Prerna, thank you. The session was really informative, like starting from activity diagram, which you showed the ATM thing, then mind maps. So those things were like Prerna taught about roadmap and SWOT analysis. So getting in detail what SWOT analysis is, weakness, opportunities, and strengths. So and then explaining about root cause analysis and explaining in layman language regarding the purse, what needs to be, what happens, what needs to be done. So a really informative session. Now, like you talked about, showed the process flow charts and ER diagram right now. So really, it was easy to grasp, understand what needed to be done.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much, Siddharth. You found it easy. Please call out someone's name on the screen.
Pratap?
Pratap. Yes, sir. What do you feel like saying in a word or two?
Hey, today's session was very good and easily understandable and grasp very quick. Like the way, like I can say, like when we are discussing about the SWOT analysis, I got reminded in my mind like sprint retrospective.
Yeah.
Like and like when you're comparing that ER charts with SQL queries, like yeah, the way like how it was explained was very understandable.
Awesome, Pratap. Thank you so much. You found it easy as well. Could you please take one name on the screen you see?
Maureen?
Maureen. Yes. What do you feel like saying, Maureen?
Yeah, today's class is very informative and understandable. From my own understanding of this business model is that a particular model is used for a particular purpose. Take, for instance, you want to make use of the SWOT analysis model is when a situation whereby you want to increase your customer base. So use your SWOT analysis to find out the strengths, the weakness, and the opportunities and threats. And if you also want to find out the roadmap, we want to find out, say for instance, if a company wants to introduce a new product in the market, you need to use a roadmap to know the vision, the direction of the product, just like a GPS. You're finding out when you introduce this product in the market, you find out the beginning and the ending, where it's gonna end. It's gonna end by doing well. That's a situation whereby a company, they introduce free samples, they do a survey, they do a lot of research. So each models, you use it for a particular purpose.
Sure, Maureen. Yes. Please call out someone's name on the screen, Maureen. Thank you so much for sharing.
Okay, Rolly.
Role is done.
Priyanka.
Priyanka is done as well.
Okay, Puna.
Puna. Okay. Yes, Puna, what do you feel like saying?
Hi, it was really like amazing class today, and we learned so many influence and tools, and like I really like it that we are going to use them, and few of them really new for me, and you guys are outstanding efforts and encouraging us and involving us. I really like it. Thank you so much.
Poonam, call out someone's name on the screen.
Prerna.
Prerna. But before Prerna, there is one person.
There is someone? Really?
Yeah. Look at the screen.
Poonam, Ankit, Roli, Pratap, Priyanka, Siddharth, Maureen, and Santosh.
Santosh is
I think
there.
Maureen also left.
Yeah, Pamela is there, I think.
Yeah.
Pamela,
Okay.
Maureen.
Yes. So yes, Pamela, what do you feel like saying, Pamela, from today's session? How do you feel? What do you feel?
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. And yes, thank you so much, actually, Gaurav and Prerna. You bring this these descriptions about the workflow diagram, product roadmap, everything. You make it like a sweet piece of cake. Like when you listen, when I was hearing your the way you were explaining, it was really. I just felt like it's really very easy. Like anyone, even a child can do it. It's not a big deal. But I know there is an effort to it. And yes, today's session was really jam packed, like everyone said. And as well as the like you were showing us the activity diagram, like where which one is a decision box, which one is a starting element, the stop element. Everything was really super informative. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pamela. Call us some name on the screen. You see, is left.
Prerna.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pamela. You're awesome. So yes, Prerna, what do you feel like saying in the closing
Thank you.
remarks?
Yes, I'm so overwhelmed with all the thank yous, and I'm so happy that we as a trainers can connect with you all. So that's the purpose, and that's why we're here. So yes, many of you have said that you'll be rewatching the video. So thank you so much for saying that. My job is already done, and I thoroughly enjoyed today's video, today's session, Gaurav, because everybody I could feel they were present. They shared their ideas, they had their doubts, and they were adding to the explanation. So overall, a very satisfying and very encouraging session. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so much happy with Pamela's feedback when she said that even a child can understand and do it. Yes, that was my personal intent as well. That if anyone attends this session, it should go so easy as a child can have the confidence that, oh, this is so much cake easy that even I can do that. So once she said that, my job is done as well. So thank you so much to everyone for understanding it, digesting it, and knowing that you too can do it and you are ready to get placed. So for that, only one thing is remaining from your end. Don't forget to skip RRP session. Please continue to be there. Optimize your profile, make it more marketable, and grab more opportunity, undergo more interviews, and crack them well. Okay, with this intent, and we'll see you again on Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. EST. Till then, enjoy rest of your weekend. Have a good night's sleep. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye.
Good
Take care.
night. Take
Good
care.
night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. Bye.